All right, we are live. Awesome. Welcome,
Hey,
everyone.
folks.
Welcome, everyone, to our first episode in the year 2023, New Year Free for All. So the theme for the episode is that we're drinking whatever we want, and people who are on the Discord are welcome to. They have the link and can join us basically at any time. Now we can only have, because of the plan that we have with StreamYard, we can only have 6 people on screen at once. But we didn't have that many people respond, looking like they want to come join. We can cycle through people as we need. I'm happy to kick Sarenth out whenever. So,
Thanks. Appreciate you too.
that said, Sarenth is also going to handle the prayer tonight. So,
yeah. And that's all he's going to handle. And then he's going to disappear, and the people are going to come on the stream. It'll be great.
Thanks.
All right. All right. Hail to all of our Ginregen, the holy ones who walk the years with us, the blessed ones, the holy ones, those who bring light and life, dark and challenge to our paths. Our gods, our ancestors, our Vetir, from all the corners that we have walked, from all the places we have been, all the places we are going. Thank you, holy ones, for walking with us. Thank you as we embrace this new year, new life, and as we walk a new road yet again with you. Hail to you all. Let's do Heil.
Alrighty. Oh, look at that. And we already have
Storm. Hello, Storm.
Storm.
Got to unmute and kick your camera on.
Hello.
Hello.
No camera also fine.
No camera? That's fine, too.
Yeah.
No camera today.
That's fair. How are you?
I'm tired and probably only here for a short while, but just wanted to stop by and say hello and hear a lovely prayer.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate you stopping by. We also have folks in the chat. We've got Snow in the chat and Melkor.
And Mason as well.
Yep.
And then Josie. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Josie's also in the room, so you can hear her. Also, hi Emily. Nice to see you as well.
You can say hi. Oh, you're taping?
I'm not taping. I have the chat open in case I want to say something.
Oh.
I'm just here for alcohol access.
Hey,
Fair.
Andy.
Hey, Indy.
Hello.
How's it going, y'all?
Let me flip this.
All right. So, what are folks drinking tonight in the free for all?
So we're starting off. We did a Trader Joe run because you told us how cheap it was, and I went, "Ooh, that sounds great." So, we are drinking to start off with Maria. I think it's Lola. I hope so. Sure, it's this weird ass cursive. It's Maria Lola Sangria.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's a little too light to show you, but it's 7% alcohol by volume, so it's not going to be very boozy to start with.
Oh, wow. That's really low for a wine.
Yeah, I thought so. But you know what? I wanted to try it because I like sangrias.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very fruity, very light.
Nice.
How's about you?
I'm doing a hot toddy because I've managed to get a cold, and might as well take care of my sore throat while I've got it.
Nice.
The whiskey glasses,
You want me to go get them?
please. It just occurred to me that you got those for us for Yule.
Oh, yeah, I did get you fancy glasses for Yule.
Nice
how you doing,
winter
Andy?
glasses. Whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, I got them Glencairns for.
Oh, I love
Yule.
those.
Yeah.
I've got Femiel's Neck of the Woods.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good stuff. KBS.
The Mackinac
nice.
Fudge one.
Ooh, that is the good stuff.
This is also another one we're going to be trying out. This is a chocolate babka pastry stout with stout brewed with cacao nibs.
Oh,
Nice.
yum.
Sorry, I'll be opening that in a little bit here.
Melkor says, I'm 3 buildings away, but I'm saying hello. I mean, Melkor, you could also join the broadcast whenever you wanted.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
I'm super lame or super awesome depending on perspective in just drinking water tonight because stomach is not having it. So
Water is legit.
Yeah.
Water comes from
is
a tap.
good for you?
mine comes from a fridge, but
Came from a tap at some point.
I'm gonna try some of that in the Glencairn.
There
Sure.
you go, just take the top.
Yeah, this is pretty much the episode tonight. We don't have a plan. We're just hanging out and chatting, whatever.
Like, let's be real. This is like the plan every episode. We just tend to bullshit around a topic.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we barely. Last time I was on, we barely drank at all. We just kept talking and talking and talking.
This is true.
You want the rest of that?
If you should we save some for offerings?
We have now. Thank you for the reminder, honey. And we have offerings.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot to offer some of this. Hold on.
As you do.
Whoa. Into the offering bowl.
And some sangria. Spirit's gonna get drunk tonight. Drunk tonight. Actually, I wonder what that would taste like. Mixing sangria with whiskey.
Either terrible or very good, with probably very little in between.
Well, a good sangria has brandy in it, right?
Huh?
When your sangria is low enough, you can add some to it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good point. For those of you who couldn't hear, she said when it gets low enough, add your sangria and your.
So the whiskey.
Nice.
There you go.
There we go. What? We're experimenting tonight.
It occurs to me, says Snow, by American notions of distance, Glencairns are from my neck of the woods.
Yep.
Yes, that's by American standards of distance. Yes, because
Ooh, that's pretty good, actually.
I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Michigan has greater square mileage than at least the bulk of the UK. So
Sounds right.
I mean, it is an island nation.
yeah.
Michigan.
Try it? Oh, are you going to mix yours or are you going to
No,
try it? Okay.
no tries.
You know, so Melkor says, I found red wines mix well with most dark liquors as long as you don't mind the heartburn. And that's a fair point.
That's fair enough. What do you think?
It's all right. I don't think I would. I think I prefer them separately.
Fair. It was a try.
Mhm.
Yeah, much better separate.
Snow, I feel like I should kick you out of the chat for that pun. That's objectively painful. Snow says, Glencairns aren't from the Ireland nation, silly Sarenth. Because Ireland and Ireland, and that's just awfully painful.
And ban Snow from the chat.
Hey, El. Nice to see you, too.
Hello. Good to see you.
So how's
So-
everyone's New Year?
I'm shocked it's the 10th already. What the fuck?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what the absolute fuck? Like, we just did our Dionysus ritual, and then we just did our Aun ritual, and now it's the 10th. What the hell?
Yeah.
I just says you did a lot of rituals.
I mean, there is that too. I did do a lot of rituals. Also, been working a lot of OT, whether I wanted to or not. I'm banned on the run.
Wow.
Sounds like a song. Ooh, this is a good question. What about mixing the alcohols that would specifically cause heartburn?
From my understanding, it's less about the mixing of the alcohols and more that dark alcohols tend to be higher in acids. especially red wines
Yeah.
can be fairly acidic, and also the tannins in red wines and most dark alcohols, because most dark alcohols are dark from the barrel aging process, which imparts at least some tannins into it. So yeah, it's less the mixing and more just both of these things can cause heartburn together.
Oh, look at that. Oh my god. It's like
Yeah.
smelling a fucking brownie.
Do you have a glass for me for this? Or I get a.
That's yours.
No.
That's a clean glass. I don't mind reusing mine.
I
I'm
don't
a
mind
dirty
using
heathen.
mine, but I'm not drinking that quickly.
And Melkor said, for me, it's the acid and sugar content, which makes sense. Like both of those again can cause heartburn.
We will have to save a little bit of this for the ancestors for a separate glass.
Shit. You're
I-
right.
Darren, you're allowed to make offerings later. You're on the
You
air
know
right
later.
now.
Yeah. No, I'm just
This
saying.
is true.
Don't drink it all. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I won't drink it all then. Damn, that smells really good though.
You can drink
How
some.
was your
of
New
it.
Year, Andy? You do anything?
Oh, I mean, busy. We had solstice ritual, Christmas party, Christmas Eve party. Or I'm sorry, New Year's Eve party, New Year's Eve party, and then back to work, and it's been a roller coaster.
Makes sense.
My mood has been all over the place. I've been feeling like fantastic for several days, and then just felt really anxious for a day, and then like 2 hours ago I was trying to sleep and just feeling totally awful. Now I'm feeling better again, even before I had alcohol. So
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better at least.
yeah, the season, I think.
Yeah. Still that I feel like we've come coming to the end of the in-between time that is the holiday season, right? Where it's like the time outside of time that is the
Mhm.
Christmas, New Year's area.
Well, that was kind of the thing, right? Is that I went back to work last Tuesday and had one good day of, okay, I've got New Year energy. I'm gonna, kick ass and everything. And then the next day, I just suddenly just no, now I'm gonna do this for an entire other, and yeah, then felt better again. Today I was just tired. I had to wake up early and thought I didn't need to sleep in. Thought I didn't need to get to bed early, but I was wrong.
Oh, that's rough. Also, I love the wolf pack that's behind you.
Yes. Oop. The huge one here, for one thing.
Oh, it's cute.
It's good.
So, Storm, what's your New Year's been like so far?
Mostly boring. Kind of dealing with the liminal space, I guess, of the holidays and transitioning between the old year into the new year and parsing some things out and working on writing and also dealing with other things that come along with a creative mind that is being given free rein to roam, which is very different and new for me because I've always had to rein in my creative mind because I was always told, the gifted child syndrome of like, oh, you're so good as a kid and then you get older and want to pursue these other things that actually interest you, but they're creative paths and you're told that'll never succeed and you'll be garbage at it anyway. You might as well just stick to these other things and just dealing with all the heavy shit that comes along with it. But with the Year of Aun ritual, I felt a shift or a breaking within that area, along with other work that I have done that I can't really talk about for obvious reasons. But this is looking to be a good year, and I'm holding on to that thought, like with a pretty tight fist. Like, no, it's gonna be a good fucking year.
It's gonna be a good fucking year. I'm gonna squeeze it out of you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm gonna make it happen, come hell or high water.
What's the quote from the Mountain Goats song? I'm gonna survive this year if it kills me.
Yeah, basically. I'll either survive or fertilize the earth with my blood. Either way, it's a success.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Legit. Please don't do the latter if you can avoid it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll try, but no promises.
Fair.
Well, sometimes you gotta just do a death and rebirth ritual. That's fine.
Emily says, I didn't realize that some non-Kemetic editions considered the days before the new year to be also time outside of time till I read Snow's post.
I still haven't read Snow's post where they.
I need to read this. But it doesn't really surprise me since there's also the question of where are you going to stick the extra week or 2 or 3 so that the lunisolar calendar balances itself out.
Yeah.
So that makes a total amount of sense because like that's part of why the Year of Aun is a thing, is because it's when the lunisolar calendar finally comes into alignment with itself. And I think that they're called the Auki time. What?
I'm reading comments.
Oh.
It's going to be a good year.
Oh, I overrode yours. Sorry.
It's okay.
Snow said Emily is good. Malik and Sarenth are now on camera as being bad friends. And Melkor said it's going to be a good year. It has no choice. I mean
that's legit.
Both of these things are legit.
Oof, this hit me right in the gut. Yes, the I must be good at everything the first time I tried or I am a failure feels. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a burnout kid, raise your hand. Burnout gifted kids, yay.
Yeah.
Weren't those
Speaking
great
of the mood
bullshit-
crash I was having just, 2 hours ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Yes.
Melkor says me approaching 2023 with a stick. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
That's where believing reincarnation helps. / sarcasm. I mean, there is something to it, but yeah, nah.
Why are folks raising their hands in the comments?
Because I said if you're a burnt out gifted kid, raise your hand.
I'm real bright. Gods, it's a good thing I'm pretty. That completely fell out of my mind that you said that. I'm just
They're sick.
The burnt out ADHD, possibly autistic kid crowd. I get it.
like, oh yeah, we moved on in the what are you all talking about still? Good job, me.
Stick spotting. Yeah, no shit. This would kind of be the year for it. Malik is so burnt out and gifted, they don't know why they'd be raising their hand. I love the personal attacks. Love it.
That happens.
Oh, Cat Blackwell's taking the Gandalf approach.
I'm just gonna toss a bunch of burning pine cones at 2023 and call it good. Also, yes, Emily, I am getting
You're
sick,
sick.
so we're gonna blame it on
get
that,
better.
not just my memory. But
Come
it's
on,
fine.
Malik.
It's just a cold, most likely.
That's good.
But like I was telling Sarence earlier, because he was like, "Oh, do you need to step out for the night?" And I was like, "Nah, it's annoying, not debilitating."
I get that. Also, I don't know if you all are detecting a difference in audio quality tonight. But if you are, it's because I got this brand new muffler thingy. It wraps around the microphone.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Well sick or poorly?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you're not visiting a sacred well yet, so you're doing pretty good.
I was sick as and cool.
Just remember to stop, drop, and roll if you happen to ignite yourself. Ideally, you're lighting the year on fire, not you. Ideally. Who has good aim here? Damn it.
Sarence and I keep doing the same thing over each other.
I want to click the button. Let me click the button.
I'm
Jesus.
just gonna give you control of it for the night. You're fine.
Do Americans not have sick as in cool? Not anymore, because that was a thing 20 years ago. I'm sorry, Snow. The Brits are 20 years behind the times.
I thought.
I have
I mean,
wearing
that's
this
not
shirt
the
right now.
Huh? Oh, it's still a thing?
No, because this shirt looks like it's from 1990, whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh, it's
that
a
is
Taco Bell
definitely-
inside. It's the inside
That
of
is
a Taco Bell.
definitely
That's what that
a
is.
90s shirt. Yeah.
Oof.
Sick as a
Flashing
dog.
neon everywhere. Looks like a rainbow party threw up on your shirt. I'm
No,
sorry.
it says sick as a dog.
Oh,
That's
well, you know.
fabulous. That's
We do snow, but the hosts just don't get it. Sarth and Malik fighting over getting me on camera. I mean, you know, if we're gonna fight over something, Snow.
just get on the fucking broadcast. It's not that hard.
Yeah, come on, you chicken shit. Don't age us more than you need to, Sarth. I am well aged at this point. I'm pretty sure you can take me off the hook and eat me.
I mean, Snow, you came on to AGF. Why are you resisting coming on to
Yeah, don't
Three
resist us,
Pagans on
Snow.
Tap?
Snow has also been on 3 Pots. Snow was on 3 Pots before AGF.
Well, this is a good
Well, then-
point.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing
talk
with your
to
life,
us.
Snow? Yeah,
I'm not going to
Come-
be here for much longer, so hurry.
that water's gonna run out eventually.
Although, to be fair, if Snow does come on, we are going to have to deal with the snowstorm puns, so maybe don't.
You know, we just could bring him on. It'll be a polar bomb,
Polar Vortex.
polar vortex. Yeah.
Look, for every pun I hear, it adds like 10 seconds to my life. So,
But are those 10 seconds you really want? It's at the end. I'd rather have those stack in the middle.
I mean,
What?
what's the difference?
The difference is I don't know. It feels like it's adding on to a sentence.
Hey, and 10 seconds is 10 seconds, man.
Fair. I'm just remembering that Justin Timberlake movie where like time and your life were tied together, and there's like a wristwatch or some bullshit.
Mm.
Does nobody remember this?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God somebody does.
And we've got another guest coming on.
Oh, hey Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey!
All
I
right.
remember. Thank you, Josie. I'm not alone. Yes, exactly that, Eleanor. Time was currency. Yes. Oh, hey, random aside, because I saw folks show up. If you haven't listened to it already, a new podcast just dropped that I'm going to highly recommend folks listen to. And it is called, because I'm an awesome friend, Spirits Done Dirty.
Yeah. So Kat Blackwell here in the chat, and Crow are doing a movie review podcast called Spirits Done Dirty. It's on SoundCloud right now, and I believe for the foreseeable is going to be on SoundCloud. Basically, they're reviewing movies and media with supernatural elements to them for kind of quality and accuracy of the portrayal of those elements, and just kind of general takes on the movies with a lot of good funny takes. It's a good show.
It's fucking hilarious. Like I had to keep myself from laughing too hard at work, and
Oh yeah,
looking at
several
people.
times. Definitely worth a listen.
So I just wanted to throw that out there because definitely should give it a listen.
You don't get out of Kat says "God's damn it" in all caps because they're annoyed at getting attention, but that doesn't.
Which is hilarious because they made a social media account in
Yeah.
the form of a Discord server and a podcast. So,
Mhm.
Logic. On the Connected server, we rambled about Gremlins and Hotel Rwanda for no reason. where they teach you how to make deals with teeth.
Joking.
Let the Fae into your life. Bring them bones. They like those. I'm just baiting Black Cat at this point to get on the stream and yell at me, so it'll be okay.
For the record, we are not suggesting Fae deals, and we're certainly not suggesting giving Fae bones. Certainly not your bones. And not
It's
your
a new year, so don't use your own bones. Find somebody else's. It's okay.
Oh, I can take it so many ways.
Crow is here with me, and we both froze when we heard the title.
God,
No.
son of a bitch,
Good.
motherfucker.
Like Elle says, if you don't want attention, don't make a podcast.
To the side.
Oh. Okay. Second question for the group: does anyone have like specific New Year's rituals or traditions that they always do,
But then I saw the stink bug.
or try to always do, I should say.
Not really. I kind of wish I did. I was hearing folks talking about them in the last was it this one or was it in 3-pack? Anyway, someone was talking about the New Year's traditions, and I was like, oh, I wish we had. Growing up, we did. We always ate scrapple on the New Year, which is some sort of fried fat thing from
Hell yeah.
the Midwest.
Grapple, nom nom nom.
I don't know where to get it here, unfortunately. So
Amish people.
yes, lots of those in Seattle.
You have to go into their kitchen and steal it from them to make it authentic. And if they chase you off with a musket, you're doing it right. But don't think I won't do it.
Hey, Snow did finally join us.
Hey!
Yay!
All right, Snow, you're first. Well, after Indy, because Indy was going, but then you're next with New Year's traditions.
No, that's all we got. We have a ton of Christmas ones and very few New Year's ones.
That's fair.
I did a little bit of cleaning this year just because it was mentioned. It seemed like a nice thing to get started with. But it's hard to want to do that after, in our case, 2 nights straight of partying.
Oh, yeah.
Like you do. All right, Snow, you're up. What do you do on New Year's?
What did I do, or just generally, like, religiously?
Traditions, what do you do?
Oh, traditions. I mean, I wrote about that, and at least one nice person.
I'm
here
not
wrote
reading
that.
this shit.
No, you talk a lot. Just tell me.
Too long, didn't read.
So SRS's New Year is the full moon in January, and we sort of have 3 consecutive days starting on the night of the full moon, or the day of the full moon, where we honor Thevons and Ferganis for guiding us through the time of chaos between the years, and we reflect on the myth of their marriage and celebrate their union, and Thevons as hearth goddess and the flame and the light, bringing us into the warmth of the new year, and Ferganis as thunderer, connected to the hunt, as Sarenth decides someone else is getting too much attention, so has to destroy his place.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh,
Does that answer your question?
yes. Yeah, it does.
Cool.
So I'm going to interject a little bit. So Mason says, my family eats sauerkraut and pork. My wife's family does black-eyed peas and greens, so we feast on New Year's Day. So a former roommate and partner of mine always did sauerkraut and pork. And my family always also did black-eyed peas and greens. So we actually kind of did a similar thing for a long time. I didn't do that this year, although I did manage to maintain, much to Josie's chagrin, my New Year's Eve ritual of boasting and toasting on round about midnight, either before and leading up to or just after.
Oh, I like that.
Got to get that boom boom pow.
What?
Got to get that boom boom pow.
You really do say things, and I really don't understand them. Like
At least
80%
one
of-
person here has to be familiar with the black-eyed peas.
Yes, I
mean,
I
yeah.
got it.
Thank you.
I got you, Snow.
Given I was explaining what wings are to Sarenth, as if Paul McCartney, you know.
I do like that Snow is more up on U.S. pop culture than I am, and does not live here. It's fine.
I mean, my housemate thinks it's hilarious that I have a degree in popular music.
I mean, yeah.
Yep, I do that every New Year's, and it's fun.
So I have a weird, sort of unplanned and unrealized ritual that I do every New Year's. The first week of January, at some point, I'll end up getting some sort of Asian food. It was, and I didn't realize it was a thing until like 7 or 8 years ago. My best friend and I went out to eat one day, and I was like, we should get Chinese. And he's like, you do realize that we do this every year. This first week of January, we go get Chinese. He's like, what the hell is that about? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's just a thing. So, and ever since then, like, he's moved to Florida now, but I still hold the tradition true in my heart. And that's about as far as my New Year's rituals go. I don't do anything special to send the old year away or bring in the new year, because that space and time is just fucking weird, and I can't get my brain around it. So I just kind of let it fizzle and simmer, and then I do other stuff.
I mean, Asian food does improve most things.
It does.
To be fair.
Yes.
Alternate Christmases, my other half and I get Indian food. So
Kat said, we, Crow and I, do burn wishes.
Ooh.
What's that like? I don't think I've heard of that before. No, I guess that's gotta be in chat. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm assuming it's probably you write a wish on a piece of paper and burn it, or on a bay leaf.
Something like that, most likely.
you wish for things to go up in flames.
I mean, if you're me.
Okay, I gotta go. That's as much time as I had.
All right. Bye, Storm. Thanks for joining us.
Storm.
Bye, Storm.
There
Thanks
you
for
go.
coming on, Snow.
I did join before you left.
Yeah.
Good. We got the snowstorm.
All
Dish.
Good
Goodbye
seeing you.
now.
See ya.
Bye.
And as Josie pointed out, we also, for the Year of Aun Yule celebration, we did set a tyrant on fire in the form of a Aun bread loaf effigy. We ripped them apart and burned them in a sacred fire, which was very fun.
Nice.
Mhm.
It was honestly a very good ritual.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
Yeah. You put something into Aun that you're going to balance out in the next year. It can be something small, it can be something big, but something that you're going to balance out in the next year. And then you toss that fucker in the fire after you rip him to shreds.
It honestly, that portion at least reminded me a lot of Jim's Caro Fire ceremonies.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, that makes sense.
Which I realized he probably didn't do at least consciously, but like,
No.
yeah. It's just one of those.
Oh, I'm sorry you missed that, Melkor. It was a good time.
All right. So Kat explains wishes for the new year are usually written on bay leaves or on paper that gets stuffed into pine cones and are tossed into the fire. Nice.
Cool.
That's the response.
Yep. And yes, the Melkor, the Dionysus ritual did go very well. For those who aren't part of that like chat that don't know what the hell is happening, Sarenth and Jason, aka Falcor on the AGF server, hosted a ritual here about Dionysus and the toys of Dionysus. It was a very fun time. Kind of like an hey, come meet the family ritual. It was really good. Also,
It did smell like
it
toast.
did smell like toast because it was literally bread getting burned. So you know.
Thank you.
Nom, nom. Aun smells good.
All right.
So I don't have any like New Year's things that I tend to have as traditions. It's really hard to have traditions when you're never sure if you're going to have it off.
You know, that's fair.
So I do stuff like around like Yuletide, but as far as the New Year goes, this is also like the first year where I've actually paid more attention to the lunisolar calendar than anything else. I'm paying more attention to the Nordic Animism calendar, which I purchased again, and it's got different runes from the younger Futhark for different days, and I really appreciate that.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice because you get a rune for the day. Plus, I do a rune draw and a tarot card for the day too. Oh, that's a really good point. Malik and Raven did shrine offerings at the creek with us. Yes, they did, and that's probably going to be a thing in the new year moving forward is shrine offerings on New Year's Day.
Yeah, I saw. I think your picture of the Runic Animus calendar, and it looked really. I'm fascinated by calendar stuff. I probably need to pick it up.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend. You're gonna want to get a jump on it early. I'm not sure if he's got any more in stock.
Oh,
I mean, it also makes sense given it's January if you're gonna get a calendar.
Right?
Just to state the obvious. If you're gonna get a calendar in September, we get it for the next year.
I mean, as you do.
expects me to have my stuff together in January, which is usually not the case.
Oh, Kim,
Oof. God damn.
wow. Almost exclusively swords. Also, Kim, I am so sorry. I just saw the message that you posted in the private chat about your family doing root beer floats and special vintage mugs. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Obviously,
Oh,
I
it's
all
okay.
this
It wanted me to open it in Safari, and I'm like, okay.
Melkor, I appreciate you assuming I have my life together.
Melkor said, "Listen, Snow. Not all of us have our lives together until March."
That's fair.
I feel
That's
like there's a
probably
compliment
when
to me in there.
That's probably when my Yule tree is going to come down.
I don't feel like I had my life together until like December. So
I'll have my life together by about 2050.
also
It
an
takes how long
admirable
it
goal.
takes.
It's
Right.
a good round. It's a good round year.
Wait, you guys have get your lives together? I mean, I try.
I remember, seriously, I remember, you talked about the liminal time around the new year. I remember my local pagan group. I heard someone there talk about an old tradition about the idea that the year, the idea that the year dies, right? At Samhain or Yule, depending, and it doesn't really come back until Imbolc, right? It doesn't come back in February, which seems real fair.
Yeah.
I would just like to not do anything for this entire month and a half. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, for here in the Pacific Northwest, that's kind of our darkest time.
It really is.
Yeah. No, it's the
I
same
mean-
here in Michigan. There's a long period of time where it's just dark outside. Like even especially here in Southeast Michigan, like even during the day it's cloudy. Like for the 6 hours of daylight we get, it's just cloudy outside. So
it's kind of like England then.
I was going to say, what's it like living in a country where it being cloudy outside is a novelty? That
I
sounds
couldn't tell.
nice.
I'm in Seattle.
Yeah.
Emily says I usually spend some of New Year's drawing cards and or in contemplation.
Yeah.
And then Eleanor says I do year ahead spreads sometime the end of December. Actually Falcor did a year ahead reading for me, and I tend to do that, or I tend to have it done for me. So that's something I hadn't thought about. But
Yeah.
yes.
I tend to offer year ahead divination, but I don't tend to get it for myself because I'm generally like, I don't want to know. Like,
I know that.
That's fair.
I'm so bad at doing divination for myself. Every time I
Considering
come
that
at it,
Falcor
I
beat
lock
the
up.
shit out of me. Oh man.
For me, that's more oriented around birthdays. So my birthday or someone else's birthday or someone close to me's birthday, I might do a rune reading for them. I'll pull up the astrological chart and see, get an idea of the year ahead because it feels more personal, right? Whereas January 1st can sometimes feel arbitrary.
Yeah.
And it's sort of everyone's year's slightly in a different place then.
Yeah, that's actually part of our for our local ritual group. That's part of the tradition we do for the next thing, right? The early February, we do a divination fair. Then folks bring their stuff, do readings, kind of like I say, in the interest of giving January off to just kind of recuperate, right?
Legit.
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of the things SRS has as sort of part of the inner youth, sort of New Year's holidays, sort of divination, prophecies, sort of seeing what is said for the year ahead for sort of the collective. But then sort of myself, if I'm sort of doing divination or things like that for the year ahead, it's more birthday oriented.
Hey, I like that idea.
Yeah. Speaking of the year dying, for me personally, Longest Night is kind of a relatively big holiday for me. so the winter solstice, to do with Freyr and his journey to and from the underworld, and specifically for Longest Night is the start of his leaving the underworld for me. Which thank you, Terrence, for that really wonderful prayer that you just posted about that.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's like doing a fucking ride along with him through the whole thing. That was intense.
And then for me, like, it's just kind of this time outside of time from like Longest Night until early January. And it's just like, I don't know, man, what is time? I'm going to work when I need to. I take as much vacation time as I can. And then I just, I don't know. Nothing makes sense until at least January.
I get it. This is my. Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
I just agree. Same.
Oh, okay. This is my first year actually doing a full vigil on Yule in a very long time, and it was very nice.
I didn't realize you did a full vigil then as well.
I did on Yule.
I did.
I just remembered what I did on Yule.
Yeah,
because I've Kemetic friends and acquaintances who will do sort of all-night vigils for Wasir and the mysteries, sort of around this kind of dark winter period.
Gotcha.
I'd like to do that again too. It's hard because we have ritual that night too, and it's the big it's the big party ritual, right? It's very much the, get through the night, pass the light, do the feast, kind of, keep your strength up, and then honestly, in a way, it kind of leads toward, it would lend to a vigil afterwards, but I'm always at that point, I'm just like, okay, people are gone. What do I do now?
Yeah. And that's
the thing I've done is I've always kind of kept a candle burning all night, which is good.
Yeah.
I always light it when the sun's still up, and keep it lit till the sun's up again.
Yeah. That's what I've done at least the last few years for Longest Night, especially as Freyr has been an increasing part of my practice. Is some friends were doing Longest Night vigils. Nicole in particular has done Longest Night vigils for the longest time. Whether it's a candle or a full hearth fire. Obviously, we prefer the fire because burn.
Because fire.
I'd love to hold fire for. That'd be fantastic.
But a lot of times, especially because people work and it often falls in the middle of the week, you start with a candle because that's what you can do to start, and then you transfer it to the bigger fire and like light it off of that candle.
I like that.
I think my dog kept me company through most of the evening, if I remember right. I think we just kind of laid on the what the fuck do you call that thing? You put your feet out on it. It's a chair.
Ottoman.
It's a chair. There we go. Jesus. That's my big old folding chair, and the dog just kind of laid on me, and I played Switch all night.
I mean,
it's a very demanding ritual.
Sarenth, you do use a lot of Old Norse terminology and a lot of sort of field-specific lexis and things, so I can see why you'd struggle with chair.
Yeah. With recliner in particular is
Okay. Pro tip, by the way, mixing the sangria with the Zevia Cola is fucking amazing.
That's how you forget the names of basic furniture.
Snow said it best.
It's probably not a mix for everybody, but I am a weird creature.
Yeah.
Not a mix for if you work in a furniture sales shop.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, Snow.
Yeah. Vigils, I really enjoy vigils, especially in theory, and then I do them and I'm always like, wow, I'm completely fucked up for like 2 days afterwards.
Why am I so tired? Fucking weird.
Oh, because I haven't slept in like 36 plus hours. All I've had to eat is like some cheese and crackers and alcohol.
I enjoyed our before. Wait, one more. Okay. Before it kind of went defunct, Michigan Pagan Fest was really good for all night, all day vigils. Especially because you could get a round robin team of 3 fire tenders and just take care of a fire for a weekend, and people could come and go as they please. I really, really miss that. Hey, fuck you! I named the dog. I just saw your.
supervision. There were certain names that were.
Emily
that
says
were
in the
next.
chat, there is a reason Sarenth isn't allowed to name pets or kids without supervision.
Okay, that's actually kind of fair because, like, I suggested a couple of them that they were like, no, it sounds too much like. I don't remember what my first suggestion was, but it made it sound like he was a creeper or something.
Sarenth Jr.
I don't remember what it was, but
Okay. I'm taking a note for myself for next year to
Rieger.
do the longest night vigil
I
again.
wanted to pronounce it Rieger.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
one of them.
That's
Thank you
right.
all.
That's right.
And the yokel for that cat.
I've been wanting to try and do like a more ritualized, like shared, even like across like the internet, like you know, telling stories back and forth while we tend our individual fires and stuff. I feel
Oh,
like
that'd be
kinda cool.
awesome.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea for a 3-pod episode.
An all-nighter?
Yeah,
Live stream an entire evening worth of
That would
vigil.
rule. Yeah, totally.
yeah, we could do that. Actually,
I'd join real late because I'd join
Oh.
after our party that ends at 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Seattle time. So
you know,
you'd be almost through at that point.
yeah.
That's
But
okay.
still, like, and actually, Sarenth, that would actually work really well for the storytelling episode that we still haven't done because I still haven't put it together.
Prompt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Snow took it first. He didn't read that post. Yeah, no shit. Snow got on here has just been reading me for filth because I'm not reading his shit.
I'm just insulted on behalf of chairs globally.
I can't even with you.
You really can't. And Melkor asked, "Is MPF defunct?" That's depressing.
So I've talked with a couple of people who are on the organizing boards for it. A bunch of people have dropped off the board and are like, I had to walk away from the project because we didn't do it for 3 years, and the organization is more or less defunct or in shambles. Last time I checked on this, I haven't heard anything out of Michigan Pagan Fest, unfortunately. And I was really looking forward to it this year, but
Yeah.
oh well, I'm gonna have to put my vacation time somewhere else. Emily also noted I do like staying up with a fire when that's an option. Same. I can't wait to get the actual hearth repaired because the problem with our hearth is there's a strip of wood that somebody thought would be really cool to put on it, and it's in contact with the firebox. Yeah, that's already started to pyrolyze. We have to get that replaced, or actually got it removed. So that's a thing we have to do before we can set a fire in there, an actual fire in
People who
there.
use fireplaces as decorative elements without putting fires on them baffle
I
me.
swear to Christ. Like, why would you put wood in contact with the firebox is beyond me.
Also, Melkor, yes, please make it to convocation. so you can see
Please do.
people.
I'm
gonna
going.
be there.
I have
I'm
plane
so
tickets.
excited.
I have hotel room. I'm
Yay!
really excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Snow.
I feel like
yeah,
that's not
I'd
gonna
have a
happen.
longer flight.
Not actually that much longer. West Coast to across the pond is relatively comparable for distance.
That's 5 hours for us. It's. I'm sure there's this like.
Is
So
it
what
more
you're
than that?
saying is from you, I'm in Eastern California.
Well, that's right. We did do that.
I also forget that I'm not on the East Coast anymore and that I'm in Michigan. Like that, I'm really bad at both geography and time.
Where the
I mean,
hand up Canada's ass. Just remember that.
As a
I
general,
won't. I
As
I
a-
will not remember where I exist on the continent. That's not a thing.
I've learned as a general rule of thumb, most people on the Around Grandfather Fire Discord server are in Michigan.
That's true. Like the
It's
majority.
like
of it.
me and Mark, and like that's it. That aren't.
It's Michigan
pretty-
and Seattle. There's a
Mhm.
fair chunk of Seattle as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Seattle, also known as Western Michigan.
Kind of. Yeah. There's an amazing amount of people that have moved from West Seattle to here and vice versa.
Kat says excuses. Snow.
I appreciate the call out. Somebody has to rein this fucker in.
Oh, there you go. Someone else not in Michigan. Non-Michigan solidarity.
Yay.
We are the minority.
Well, Melkor, if you make it to Friday session, you might be able to catch me for at least one of my Workshops, because I'm putting on 4 of them.
Yes. Oh, what are your workshops?
Encountering the Runes, Ancestors, and I cannot fucking remember. They just sent me an email. Hang
Josie
on.
pointed out that there's a nonstop flight from London to Detroit that is 9 hours and 0 minutes.
That's so long. That's twice as long.
Detroit, the birthplace of techno.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not. No. I have a degree in popular music.
I'm not teaching any classes this year, and I feel like that's a good thing.
Okay, here we go.
I will.
Whoops, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to ask a combo things.
Oh, unfortunately, Encountering the Runes is at 9:30 in the morning.
Ooh,
Hey, Sarenth.
These
6:30
fuckers.
for me. Why are you doing this to me on Friday?
Yeah. But the thing is, they know that I'll bring a crowd with that one.
yeah.
Done. I'm done with you.
I'm the one that's got to put it on and be functioning at 9:30 in the morning. Fuck.
Isn't that normal for you? Oh, you're graveyard, aren't you?
I'm graveyard.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll both
Drag
suffer.
my ass out of bed, go over to the cafeteria, and stick my face in the coffee pot till I wake up.
We'll both suffer.
Right,
My
start
boyfriend
your
will
day
be
with meat
awake
and
and
eggs.
chipper with his dang retail
Start your
hours.
day with meat and eggs.
Meat and eggs, I'm good with that.
So tangentially off of that, Sarenth, since you got out of answering my question on the AGF Flip the Script episode, when did you start teaching and how did you know you were ready?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
You're trapped.
Slammed with the same question freaking weeks later.
That's hilarious. Okay,
the
well,
other 2 AGF hosts got to answer it.
yes, they did. I was actually kind of sad that I didn't get asked that question. Give me 5 seconds. I'm going to finish off what I'm talking about here. I'm doing Encountering the Runes 9:30 on Friday. Friday at 4, I'm doing Calling to the Ancestors, which is an ancestor lecture and ritual.
Mm.
And then I'm doing Being a Spirit Worker at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Now, I don't know if they picked up, because like I've gotten different programming bits where they did and did not accept my co-ritual with Mother Multiverse. So I don't know if we're still doing that or not.
Oh, right. I forgot that you also
Because we were doing an oath workshop, and I don't know if they
Yeah.
include me into that or what. I'll have to talk. I'll have to touch base with her. Okay, so to answer your question, when did I start teaching and when did I know I was ready? Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, just very briefly. Josie said Kai and I are doing a class on accessibility. It's your circle 2 on Saturday at 2 p.m.
Yes, and oh no, Sarth and I are at the same time. Boo. Pretty much.
Oh, that sucks.
In response to you, Snow, I started teaching around 07, 08.
Jesus.
Fuck you.
I was still
An
I
infant.
was still in high school.
I know it was 15 years ago. Fucking sue me. Actually, it's 16 now.
Quiet! Yay!
If you feel
Josie
better,
doesn't have to be
listen
quiet.
fucking
Yeah,
quiet.
I was 15 years old when you started teaching.
Oh my god.
I had
So
just
s-
started driving. Yeah.
Fucking young kids. So 16 years ago, roughly, I started teaching at Con, and my first thing that I taught at Con was a healing ritual for men because I saw that there was a lot of healing rituals for women and there wasn't anything offered for men at all. And that went about as well as you could expect because I had people who were twice and 3 times my age coming to this ritual and asking me for advice on shit that I had no life experience with at age, let's see, I'm 37 now. I was 22 then.
Oof.
Yes. Yes. I'm very lucky that my friend Rob actually kind of took the lead at different times because Rob is about 10 or so years my senior and his life experience at that point was way bigger than mine and was able to kind of direct away from the let's blame the people in their lives kind of hurt men toxic shit to how do we heal within ourselves kind of a thing.
Mm.
At the time I was really into archetypes because I was a young pagan and that's what a lot of people were teaching at the time. I was polytheist, but I liked the idea. So one of the things that I ended up playing with in that ritual was the Joker or the Jester, which, because I saw a lot of people had a lot of sticks up their asses, Yes, 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 I did. I became the spiritual baggage claim. Sorry to
Okay.
jump in deep here. Thanks, Josie. Sorry to jump in the deep end. Yeah. So yeah, my patterns at con became pretty well established at this point. Of bring me, you're tired, you're poor, you're emotionally wounded and or stunted, and drop them off at my feet and good luck. So like I had about 30 men from my very first workshop showed up, and we did a healing ritual together.
That's pretty good.
I
That's a good
thought so.
turnout. Yeah.
I thought so. I was shocked.
So that sounds less like you knew you were ready and more like you got volunteered.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, that was my first thing at con that I did.
Mhm.
I've been doing calling to. I've been doing encountering the workshop for about encountering the runes workshop for about 15 years now.
Mhm.
I want to say that the year after that, after I had my initiation with the runes, I started teaching about the runes because they were pushing me to. And it's gone through a couple of iterations, but it wasn't so much like, oh, I feel like I can teach this shit now. It's more like, this is a need, go fulfill it.
What level of expertise is that class? Is it introductory or slightly past, or
Which class?
the Encountering Runes?
It's supposed to be for beginners up through advanced people. I've gotten people at different experience levels get different things out of the class.
Cool.
Yeah.
I always think that's the sign of a good class when people can get something out of it regardless of their
Definitely.
level.
You're not wrong. So Emily says, I am so excited for a weekend of aftercare, lol. And she's so not wrong, because there are some cons where I've been to that I literally don't remember because I've been either possessed and or doing spirit work for the whole thing.
Yep.
So that's a thing that can happen, at least for people who get called to do shit.
All right.
So yeah, I did get voluntold. I am looking forward to con, despite the fact that it's usually a working weekend for me. Like I enjoy the time because in between all the classes, I get to sit down and talk with people.
I'm super excited.
I'm really excited
Yeah.
for this. I haven't actually
too.
been to a pagan con before, basically at all.
Really? Well,
No,
to,
yeah.
to kind of temper your expectations, this is an occult conference as well as a pagan conference,
Sure.
which is
I
why
mean, so
they're
is
using.
PantheaCon. I mean,
Well, this is why they're using Kabbalah instead
Mhm.
of elements or something else that would be
Mhm.
much more appropriate and less appropriative.
yeah,
It's
noticed
it's
that.
con.
It's con.
Like PantheaCon was always there when I was in California, and I was interested and never went because I was already going to the furry cons, the science fiction cons, and
Legit.
yeah.
Going
I
to
mean,
a
we
bunch
had
of
some-
things, it's very expensive.
Yeah, we had some poor bastard, a couple of poor folks who went to PantheaCon the one week and con was literally the next.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
They were vendors. That's how they made their money. So it was like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to haul ass from one part of the country to the other. Let's fucking go.
I know there's like furry vendors who basically have to do that. Like they're basically, almost every other week, basically, just for the whole season, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually no, that's not true. Okay, if I don't count the festival I was at over the summer, this will be my first con. It's my first con in a hotel since March 2020. So
Yep. The last convention I went to was actually Convocation 2019.
Yep. Same.
And I have to applaud them. I have to applaud them. They fucking well did the right thing and didn't hold it.
Yep.
Because there were 2020 through 2022, there were multiple wave spikes, and they said,
Mhm.
nope, fuck it, we're gonna wait.
mhm.
Yeah.
And they, as hard as that is, as financially crippling as that can be to a nonprofit, I think they did the right thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to a convention in like first week of March of 2020, and I was like in Vancouver. Like everyone's kind of like, I don't know, but we're here. Maybe it's the last time we do this for a while.
Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was glad I went, honestly, because given how the rest of the following 2 years went,
Yeah.
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 COVID has given us all the new philosophical, ethical dilemma of, if you don't do this, then you're hurting yourself. But if you do this, then you're hurting other people.
Right. And
it's kinda
that's
balance, right?
That's really fucking rough, especially when you're talking about what is it, KBB1 something or another, being the new variant and being highly contagious.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
I will be masking the entire
oh
weekend.
yeah, so will I. Like that's not optional. I will be wearing a mask the entire time if I'm anywhere but my own personal room. And even then, if there are people who I don't know super well, I will also be masked because
Yep.
yeah. You don't know me. I say it. Josie. It's fine.
I am feeling kind of sad because unfortunately somebody that I was very much looking forward to connecting to is not going to be there this time. Because Ellie Shava Nishir has passed, and that stings, not going to lie. It'll be good to go to con, but I'm definitely going to be missing her.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do a good thing at con and dedicate some of the opening ritual to her memory. Because I know that I'm not the only one she touched.
Yeah, no, she went to con very regularly for a long time. From what
She did. That and Sirius Rising and Brushwood. So she's going to be sorely missed.
Yeah.
But she managed to get that damn Lots book out.
Yes, she did.
Oh my God. Funny. So I came out of a ritual or something, and she asked me to do some divination for her. This was a couple of years ago at the last con. And so I apparently at some point Odin stepped in and did the reading with her and basically kind of tore her ass and said, "Get this fucking book done."
Wow.
You got possessed? No.
And so I'm really happy to see that she did. Like,
yeah,
because she's been telling me about it on and off, and I'm like, that's really awesome. And she's been kind of the inspiration for why I've been wanting to write the books I have for our communities.
Write books, Aaron. Write books.
Jesus.
And I've actually got to go. I have therapy right now, so
Ooh,
thank you so much
fun.
for.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I love talking to y'all. So
Same. Blessings to you.
yeah, you too. See you at Convo if we don't get to chat before then.
Absolutely. See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Andy.
Bye.
Oh, speaking of Indy talking to people, that's another person that I'm going to recommend for the AGF podcast. I'm not going to remember to write it down, but I'm officially recommending Indy for AGF.
Somebody come badge of the AGF staff.
In case anyone here, happens to know anyone on AGF.
It's fucking weird. Nobody. So I guess the other thing I'm really looking forward to isn't this month, but this coming month, I should say. It's coming up in March. So February is Disting or Disseblot. And then in March is Charming of the Plow. And I look forward to that a lot.
I'm looking forward to Lupercalia towards the end of February, end of February, because it's traditionally February 15th, but that's the middle of the week again. And since it's Yerevoun and it's Lupercalia, it's going to be kind of a blowout ritual this year. So we're going to... I can't take you anywhere.
Yes, you can. Straight to hell with the rest of you. So my brain went to, Whips and Wolves celebration. It's kind of like D&D, but with wolves and bondage.
Yeah, colloquially known as BDSM Fuck a Werewolf Day.
It's like D&D, but wolves and bondage. Yes, that's what D&D stands for.
I mean, it's not what D&D stands for. That's what D&D is.
This is why he forgets things like what chairs are.
I
mean, I just...
depending on the scene, like...
Priorities.
The werewolf is the seat, depending on the scene. I mean, just saying.
Anyway, but yeah, Lupercalia is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have it on the weekend instead of on the middle of the week.
You're cute when you blush.
I mean, I believe you.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Unger both tying you up and going, "Is it everything you hoped for?"
Wow.
This is cleansing, isn't it?
Is that better or worse than every time you hear Lupercalia hearing Hugh Laurier's house in your head going, it's never lupus?
I've never
Jesus.
once had that happen. So
Thanks,
I'm
House.
glad about that. Also, Melkor said, "Isn't that what hanging out with werewolves is generally like?" I mean, I don't know, kind of.
Lichens and latex.
Jesus fuck, like
The new like and subscribe.
Oh. Only wolves.
The great thing about Only Wolves is the initials would be just OW.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eminently appropriate.
Yeah.
I heard that. Oh, woo.
So this episode's going well.
It absolutely is. I'm stone cold sober.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cat
Indeed.
Blackwell is dying of laughter. Are
Made
you
to
done
wear.
cleaning yet so you can come on the show for the last few minutes?
There is more than one kind of knot. Yes, there is. Oh my.
Mhm.
Journey work well primal. Intriguing. Yes, there's one kind of knot.
Yeah, we're gonna not talk about Journey Works While Primal because that goes on the OnlyFans, not on the YouTube. We will get banned.
Damn. I cannot not.
The pun just makes it worse.
I know. And better.
No, just worse.
I appreciate you trying to rein me in.
Also,
Trying to rein myself.
Hmm?
Trying to rein myself.
Trying to rein yourself in? Oh, I can help with that.
uh,
I tuned in for like 2 minutes. I mean, that's legit, Eleanor.
I'm tempted to make a putting Sarah in the crate joke, but he'd like it too much.
I was going to say, is that a punishment?
Crate me, daddy. I've been a bad puppy.
Eh,
What?
Not appropriate for the podcast.
Have you heard me the last 5 minutes? I'm not appropriate for this fucking podcast. Sangria is really good, by the way.
Only 5%. It's not a good excuse.
He's been mixing it with the whiskey.
That's fair.
No, he hasn't.
No, I thought you said you were mixing it with the whiskey.
No, I said Zevia Cola.
Oh, I can pay attention to things. I also listen really well when you talk.
The after party is going to be especially kind of deranged tonight.
You-
Well,
You mixed it initially.
oh, I did mix it initially, but
That's
that's yeah.
Also, yes, El, there is a fine line for what YouTube will allow. Honestly, we're an hour and a half in. I doubt we're going to get a bunch of reports. It'll be fine. We're not a big channel
Solitnaya Sangria.
because that's what Sarenth needs is spiked sangria. Was there anything anyone else wanted to talk about for the last couple minutes?
Bueller. Well, I for one have really been enjoying our first podcast of the year, our first video of the year. I really am looking forward to this year. Something that was mentioned earlier was getting divination for the year. I think Emily mentioned it, and the possibility of fucking it up. Non-spiked sangria would just be like fucking orange juice. Yes,
Josie asked,
It's
would
very-
non-spiked sangria just be fruit juice? Kind of,
And-
yes.
yeah, maybe a little bit of cherry juice or something.
Actual fruit.
Actual fruit, yeah. It'd be just
Yeah.
kind of boring.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, I like fruit juice, but that's beside the point.
Malik's trying.
anyway, divination fucking up things up if you know too much about your future.
So, like, one of the things that I got done this year for the first time in a long time was actually ask somebody for divination for the following year, and Falcor read me to fucking filth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think the first of the year I actually asked Black Cat for divination, and I don't remember it for shit, which is okay. The main thing that I got out of it was you don't have to do the thing with Odin. It's okay. This is mostly your ego talking. I'm like, yay! I don't have to do the thing.
And also
Oh.
whipping yourself a bit because, that's what you do.
I mean, somebody has to.
We're back to BDSM werewolves.
I mean, it's fine. We're just not going to leave this topic all night. It's fine.
Get deerskin, kids.
Jane.
It's goat skin.
I mean, get goat skin
Thank
too.
you, Josie. No, there's.
Ugh.
Were there more divination-related thoughts, or
Are we just in the BDSM fuck a werewolf?
I mean, I'm
how
sure
many
that's
hours ago
part
did the
of-
after party start?
I'm sure that's part of my future, but that's that's not really something I have to divine on. That's just part of my future.
I do think divination is part of your future, Sarenth. Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
But I definitely feel the whole like, oh man, if I look at my future, I might fuck it up thing. But on the other hand, I'm walking into this year forewarned and forearmed, and it's kind of nice because I've run into situations where I definitely could have used a heads up in the past. So I'm gonna definitely be paying attention to how this year goes versus the last couple of years where I didn't do any div.
Mhm.
Like, it's funny because I'll do divination for other people all day long. I don't like doing div for myself all that much.
I'm
But
sure Emily could tell you I touched on that in my blog post.
I believe it. I will read your blog post eventually.
No, it's fine.
Mhm.
I'm too busy salivating over Grimm's newest post and how it's just deliciously queer. Her whole
So
mythology is wonderful.
what I was talking about in my blog post was that for SRS, preparedness is like a big thing. It's like
Yeah.
a virtue
Mhm.
within Gothic heathenry. And so part of doing divination for the new year sort of feeds into that preparedness. And so then you can see what's coming up and be prepared to face it. And then it sort of, the focus is then on how you face it and then how you deal with the aftermath of those things.
I really, really identify with that and dig that. Which, if you've read my blog and seen the posts where I talk about preparedness as a spiritual practice, should surprise nobody. Wow, who knew I would be sharing these things? But I wouldn't know because I haven't read your blog. Seriously, though, that does sound really awesome. And that's a really interesting way of looking at it.
I mean, that is kind of the double-edged sword of divination, right? Like, what's really going to bake your noodle is, would you?
If I hadn't
still
said
broken-
anything, would you have still broken the vase?
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't worry about that too much. Mostly, I just try to get ready for whatever might be coming. And that's also, incidentally, why I don't do future tellings with divination. I always just do generalized advice if it's about the future or conversations about current situations.
It depends. Like, sometimes, like with the year-long divination, I like seeing what's ahead, but I also really dig. So, like when I was doing a psychic fair, a lot of folks were like asking about the future, but what they were getting was a conversation. So, like, a lot of people were like, "Well, what about blah regarding my future?" Okay, well, here's this aspect of your past that's coming up, and usually it's an ancestor because most of these people don't do ancestor work. It's a bunch of middle-aged white women coming to a psychic fair. So, like, a lot of them have unresolved ancestor and trauma shit going on that wants to be resolved before you look at the future. Fucking weird. So one of the things I get the most often is, like, in order to get to your future, you have to deal with this past issue first. And so I find, at least for the average person, not necessarily the average like practitioner who's doing their stuff, but especially for those who don't do ancestor work, there's a lot of stuff that in order to uncloud the future, even as a diviner, like there's a whole bunch of shit that tends to get in the way until they deal with at least some of that.
I mean, thank you, Emily, in the chat for your very kind comments.
I really like how Snow mentioned preparedness is one of the qualities of the new year. I'm just going to read these off real quick. Just what I was writing about, and you used astrology mentions Dimitra George.
Mhm.
I really appreciate that, Snow. I tend to not react too much to extended future div, which changes the results, but not necessarily in a good way. Eleanor mentioned, so my method with the year ahead is yes, I draw 1 card per month, but as that month approaches, I do additional, more in-depth reading. That's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the idea of awareness. Likewise.
Because I mean, it's for me, if not for the other two present involved, I've always found it amusing that it's kind of an established fact that my theological framework is different to Sarenth and Malak's, in that I sort of do view the gods as sort of perfect and infinite and so on. And so then in a divination context and sort of an astrological forecasting context, then it goes down to the skill and ability of the diviner, or the skill and the ability of the astrologer. And so what they're getting is sort of perfect and direct from the gods, but then it's on them to interpret it and understand it correctly. And so then if things don't happen like how they thought it would, it's because they didn't understand it properly, or they weren't interpreting it correctly, or they sort of whatever, because of their sort of being a fallible human, or their experience isn't there, or their ability isn't there, which is
That's interesting, because I don't hold all that dissimilar a view when I do divination. Like if I if I'm giving you a like, look for these signs and the sign never appears, maybe that's because the gods didn't give it the sign, or maybe it's because I fucked up and saw the wrong sign.
Right.
I mean, I said look for ravens and you should have been looking for crows.
Yeah, I mean, I recently sort of attended a webinar on medical astrology, and the big thing in that was you can get a sort of a reading or something off the chart, but then it's up to the ability and the skill and the experience of the astrologer divining it or forecasting it to work out whether this is a mental thing or a physical thing or a spiritual thing, whether it's a present thing or something that's going to be coming up. And sort of the planets and the stars aren't wrong. It's on you to understand what's happening. So if there's any mistake here, it's on your end as the sort of conduit.
I mean, I work with the runes as spirits. If I'm not getting the message correctly, or if I don't interpret in a way that is sensible, that's on me.
Right.
Yeah, so even in a system where I don't necessarily view the gods as ultimate perfection, I still kind of hold to that.
Yeah. No, I would tend to agree.
So then in terms of sort of getting back to this sort of Gothic idea of preparedness, where SRS is also very influenced by ancient Greek and Roman Stoicism, the preparedness is you're seeing what's coming up, which is you're having read the map properly. Like, the map isn't wrong. You have to be able to know how to read the map. And you have to be able to read all the signposts on the path you're heading down. And so then you have to prepare for what you think is coming. And so sort of how you face that is sort of your ability to either have interpreted it correctly or be able to adapt to what comes up, sort of
afterwards.
course correction as you go.
The first one, because I don't care enough.
I'm sorry. I just caught Emily's contribution to the chat. I see astrology as definitely has more definite energies. Well, divination is more snapshot present that can be changed. I'm sorry. I love you. Okay, I'm going to put my eyebrow back down again. I mean, that is a legit form of divination. I mean, that's whether or not you can tell if this person has protein in the urine. Typing on my phone, mistypes happen. This is true.
Remember, I'm your aftercare person.
God's
Don't
help me.
piss me off.
You're my aftercare person. Don't piss you off. I love you, honey. Have I ever mentioned how much I love you? I really love you. You were the best. The bestest ever.
Sarenth is trying really hard to not get put in the crate tonight.
Yeah, he definitely wants his treats.
Or rather, put in the crate instead of the doghouse.
Yes. The doghouse is outside, and it's cold out there and wet and rainy.
You don't live in England.
Close enough.
I mean, tell the weather that.
Right, no shit. It's been foggy and fucking pissing down rain all day. I've heard of ravioli-mancy. Why not?
Not all day, because I went on.
Golden showers of knowledge. Might have to pass on that one, but no shame.
What about Zeus?
Wow. Oh.
That's a special kind of golden shower.
All right.
Who wants a divine child? You wanted one. Psst.
I mean, boy or girl. Determining boy versus girl. They did a pee test. in
Oh, that's right.
Egypt, or pregnant versus not pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant versus non-pregnant. You pee on barley.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has
Oh,
85% success rate.
Interesting.
Yeah, if the barley sprouts, you're actually pregnant.
Oh, right, because the hormones.
Come on,
Yep.
this is
What?
Don't look at me.
I've heard of tinklemancy. I mean, I have heard divination for damn near everything, including like that's. I'm sure. Maybe Bear Grylls like does scrying before he drinks. I don't know.
I forgot he existed for a good little while there. Thanks for reminding me.
Welcome.
That's because you don't live here, where he's on TV every other day.
Oh,
I
God,
just
I'm
also
so sorry.
don't watch TV.
I
Like,
didn't know this was still live, actually.
You know what's really fucked is that TV reminds me of work now, so I don't watch too much of it. Like especially sports, I can't do football any longer. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not soccer. I mean like real football.
American football.
American.
American football. Just call it
I
what
was
it
like,
is.
I have a degree in popular music. I don't know what you're talking about anyway.
Right.
Football is when the guy from Cork bounces the ball on the field and then kicks it through the thing, and you know.
That's totally it.
It's close enough.
Horseshoes, hand grenades, and government work.
Football is when the Alouettes from Montreal do terribly, and it makes everyone sad.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about because that sounds like it might also be a fucking curling team.
CFL, Canadian Football League.
Oh, that sounds unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, they're almost certainly better than the US, but
No, they're not.
CFL's faster, NFL is harder.
Yeah, we are.
I meant better than the whatever.
Yeah. If you use your feet in American football, you're getting taken off the field.
Except for the punter.
What?
Except for the punter.
Oh, except for the puncher. Yes, this is true. But
Yeah.
if the puncher's that close to somebody else's face, somebody fucked up real good.
I appreciate that someone other than me is fact-checking Sarenth.
You're good for that. All right, beautiful people. I think we're well enough into our cups and well enough off topic that I think we probably should wrap this up. Like a New Year's.
I mean, I tried to get us on topic.
I appreciate you so. God's
They're
help you.
absolute best.
Like, the gods might be perfect, but I sure as fuck ain't.
It's me and Emily here talking about divination and fate and forecasting, and
I appreciate the both of you trying with all of your might to keep us on track.
y'all are drunk Egypts, and
I'm not even drunk.
I'm just a little more looser than usual into the sangria. I can't even really blame it. It's only 7% alcohol by volume. All right, beautiful people. I'm going to let you all go so I can do night prayers, and I will see you all at the after party.
All
I may or
right.
may not be there depending on how I'm feeling once we get off the call.
All right.
Either way, I will see you all next time. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next month.
See you then. Blessings to you.
Let's see.